Hey, welcome to SAB Chronicles, aka the COVID Chronicles. We're going to dive deep into the teachings of a few of our CEO Action Pod groups spanning from 2020 all the way to 2024. This series takes us through the fire of COVID to post COVID, and now who really gives a care about COVID? If you listen to this series, you're going to gain inside knowledge of strategies of the past and strategies of the future. Hold on to your seats as you're about to get a PhD in business. Buckle up and let's get rolling. Hey, are you looking to scale your business from five figures to six figures or six figures to seven figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
David, you're up.
Pretty short and sweet again. I mean, still looking for a helicopter, but really, honestly, nothing too major. Lead flow is a little bit down in the Raleigh-Durham area, but I handed out about 5,000 door hangers to my reps out there today. I hired a canvas manager who trained with our current canvas manager here this week, and he's going to be hiring a crew next week to get out there for lead gen in that area. But honestly, there's a lot of irons in the fire right now that are heating up, and nothing really major, to be completely honest.
Managing irons.
Yeah. Trying to now split my time between Jacksonville, Raleigh-Durham, and now Columbia, South Carolina has been interesting, but that's why the pieces are in place to Raleigh-Durham area. And really, I mean, down in Columbia, it's getting this guy up and going is really all it's going to come down to. And if I'm not there, it is going to fall flat on his face. As far as getting bowling, once the reps are out in the field, he's got it from there. But when you can't type or attach something to an email, or set up the voicemail on your cell phone, you need some support.
Jesus. That guy.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? At the end of the day, he knows what he doesn't know, and hired me.
Yeah, there you go. That's what matters, right?
Yep.
Well, I think you've done a really, really good job. The one thing I think you've done a great job at is like stacking strategy that we talk about and doing it. Just doing it and getting it done. And that's something I'll give you a lot of kudos for sure. Is just making it happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the more irons, the more directions, as long as it can all be managed and everything gets proper attention.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Well, anybody got any input on a no challenge? Probably not. No. Matt, you're up.
Well, I think I'm closer to the only challenge that we've been having lately is the sales cycles we've noticed are much longer than they were pre-COVID.
No.
So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, just building out, and then the typical challenge of a lot of work and having to do it all, and having the team to actually, no, I am having one a challenge right now. What someone that's not doing the work that they're supposed to be doing, so I'm having to pick up the slack. So that's a challenge that I'm facing, and that's, yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. But aside from that, we've noticed the sales cycles are taking longer, which is why we've started loading on the value to incentivize pulling the trigger sooner, which has seemed to start helping. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's noticed that sales cycles have gotten a little longer for sure. The staffing piece, that's a complete leadership piece for sure. And, you know, sometimes that good old fashioned foot right up the ass is the way to go, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're paying somebody to do a job, right? I mean, you're getting paid to do a job. So there's just two ways this can happen. Bye-bye. Or, you know, let's get back on track here. And I have always found that lead with three things: firm, fair, and consistent. If you're those three things as a leader, you know, you really can't go wrong. And I think I said this one other time, you know, you can be hard and get softer, but you can't start soft and try to get hard. So when it comes to leading people, you know, so you have to, you sometimes you just got to put your foot up somebody's ass. I mean, that's just the way it is. And everybody's capable of doing that.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's my best answer to that. I'm curious to know that from agency standpoint, sales cycles wise, what are sales cycles looking like with other companies in here?
No, we're definitely experiencing a much longer than average sales cycle and much more hesitancy on the trigger pulling. I mean, I have clients that I swore were over the finish line come week 4, week 5, and now we're on week 9, and they're still going back and forth over stuff.
Wow.
So I haven't figured out how to trim the sales on that. I think that I mean, especially on the agency, you know, companies, for some reason, the first area of the budget they want to cut is marketing. And that's the first, you know, they, when times get tough and they get uncertain, they want to cut marketing. And I keep telling them, well, you know, if you don't have any gas in the engine, where are the cars going? So, you know, I don't understand what you're thinking, but I mean, that's what they do. And especially with what we have coming in November, with the elections, where COVID is at, and everybody's wondering what's going to happen with flu season, and you have two completely dialectic views just going against each other. And these business owners right now don't know whether to stick their head in 6 feet of sand or just jump off the cliff. So I can definitely empathize with you. That's my major challenge at the moment, is understanding when to cut bait and run and tell somebody, look, come back to me when you're serious, or whether to keep going back and forth, you know, pity patting with, you know, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm not quite there yet. And, you know, so the only thing I've done is I've started putting people on longer follow-up cycles after we hit week 8. If I've been with you for 2 months going back and forth and walking you through strategies and helping you out here and there, and I can't get you to sign come week 8, now I have to push you out into a larger follow-up where I'm not being mean, I'm not being rude to you to leave a bad taste in your mouth, but at the same time, you know, time is one of the most important assets. So I can't keep, you know, at least that's the only thing I've come up with that thus far. So
Yeah. I mean, our sales cycles were usually 14 days, 10 to 14 days. Now about a month. So I'm just to the point to where I'm like, shit or get off the pot. You have my contact info. When you're ready, give me a call. And I'm a little bit of a hard ass. I'll be like, your competitor down the road would love to use our services, and I can't offer this to anybody else, only but one person in your area, because we're doing video SEO. And sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they tell me to fuck off, but if I don't have your money, I don't really care what you think of me. So, but yeah, so we've noticed we're not out 8 weeks. I mean, I guess probably because I don't let it go that long, but yeah, sales cycles are longer. The only thing where we've noticed people is we'll stack on that value a little bit more. If we're able to say, hey, we'll do this, or we'll add on whatever, then they're kind of, it perks them back up a little bit. But these are things that aren't really costing us any extra overhead. So, we're able to do that.
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus? What I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Terry, on your agency-wise? Sales cycles are longer?
Not really. I mean, a few have been dragging along, but there's always a few like that. But as like the norm, not really.
Right. So is it because you're putting them through a pretty hefty process up front now?
That's a good question.
Do you think that matters? Because I know you have a pretty hefty upfront process that you put people through.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely probably does. I also think that, we're leading with like a lot more authority now. So typically it's like the people that come on, they like really want to work with us. So it's not like we're selling them. They're kind of like, are they making a cut almost? So that makes it like, if we say, okay, that they want to sign on right away. So it's probably positioning as well a little bit.
Yeah, right.
That's a really good point, Terry. I think the reason why we're experiencing longer sales cycles is because we've actually targeted lower annual revenue companies, because we thought that was the lower hanging fruit. But just the 2 conversations I've had last week were with companies that were doing the one in Canada, they're doing over 150 million a year, and he's ready, like, hey, let's drop the paperwork on Monday, let's get this done. So I think another thing too is we used to target companies that do 2 mil and above, and our sales cycles were shorter because they have more decisive decisions. Now literally the database we're pulling is 750K a year to 1.2 million. And we've noticed that those sales cycles are much, much longer. So that's probably the problem, really.
It's an avatar conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Good feedback there. It's interesting to think that. Yeah. All right, Robert. Besides the one you said, was that it?
Really, no. It's just with the new service offerings, just getting some of the process ironed out and sanded down and looking all shiny and bright.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some of the data plugins and things like that. Just making sure everything gets relayed in real time, and how to facilitate all of that communication the easiest.
Right. Yeah. Well, that comes with documentation right there, and it's a headache process, no doubt about it. There's a lot of work to it, but I mean, at some point you just have to buckle down, and you have to just start shooting the video and putting a good SOP and all that, SOPs and procedures and all that good garbage that nobody ever wants to talk about together. That way you have it, right? You do it once, The good thing is it's that thing you only have to do once until you have to change it.
That's definitely a component of it. One of the bigger components is understanding, what's the balance between increasing cost because of admin duties and, not having enough data involved. And so right now it's just really trying to fill out how granular I want the reps to track everything, how much that's going to add into the cost on that end, and just going back and forth with that, where I have enough to optimize as we move forward, and really be able to spot out the log jams while, like I said, not raising the admin cost on the account too much.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you have some excellent people here they're already doing what you're talking about. So, they can definitely help point you in the right direction there for sure. That's a long conversation to have though. For sure.
I feel your pain on that, Robert. I did that. We completely did a huge pivot in building out a new thing. And that was just, so once it's done though, it's done. And so now we're able to offer this, new service, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's just how many gray hairs it's going to add in the meantime.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Regina, you're up.
Okay, I'm good. I'm brief. I'm gone.
That's it.
That's it.
What's one of your major
You
challenges?
guys, I got good feedback from you guys. I just juggling the balls.
Yeah. What's one major challenge you're trying to focus on and tackle?
The new website.
The new
Getting
website.
everything done on the new website. Make sure all the information's there. Content changes.
Right. That's a
Those dumb little details.
right. Well, you're the business that needs those details though.
I know.
You got to have all those details on a website. So.
And I'm a stickler for details. So
Yeah, right. You're a little too much of a stickler for details sometimes.
I know.
For sure. But, make sure one thing that everybody in this group should do is do a testimonial for each other. Everybody in the group.
Well, I get a lot out of this group. I get a lot out of listening to all you guys because it's good to know you got maybe a different scale of problem, but some of the same things we're all thinking about.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's the power of a group, though. Is if you could take one simple thing away every time, it's worth a couple hours a month, right? If it's just one thing that you took from it all, it's all that matters. But the biggest key is implementing it, though, because you can come to stuff like this. There's value in it, but you have to take those things and then actually do those things. Because if you don't actually do the thing, you don't get to the thing that gives you the thing that you want to get to. It's a lot of things. But that's the point, right? Is you can spin in circles all the time trying to, find the right strategies when you just got given tons and tons of different strategies if you paid attention enough. Because I can tell you right now, there's stuff in the group every month I take away from you all too. And I take away from it and I implement into my own company. But I do that. I actually implement things. And you've got to implement, but you got to be picky and choosy about what you implement. And it has to make sense for you. It has to make sense for your company. Is Joel still on, or did he fall off? He must have fell off. Yeah, he did. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, I promised everybody it was going to be shorter. I kept it, 2.5 hours? That's shorter, right? That's a whole hour shorter than the last one. So does anybody have any questions? Let's do a round of questions. And then we will call this a wrapped up cap. Nothing? Crickets? Wow, sweet. I get let off the hook. Easy. Love it.
I thought about asking one just to keep us here longer.
Yeah, right.
Can you come
All right.
build out my new office?
Boy, it's a lot of duct tape and baling wires. I'll send y'all a fresh picture of what it looks like right now. It's interesting. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. It's been almost like therapy in some ways.
It's usually a red flag when you describe a construction project as interesting.
Yeah, well, you should see my leg. It's full of wounds, nail guns and stapler guns, and but it's been fun. I've enjoyed the serenity of it, actually, because I usually like fall off the grid in September. That's my month to fall off the grid, and I chose to take on this little project because we're not really traveling or anything. So took on this little project as it's my vacation.
Wait a minute. I'm getting concerned. You've got your 4-year-old boy out there and you've got all these wounds.
Yeah. Well,
Is the son okay? I mean, you can heal.
He's got a few too. I'm just raising him, right? It's all right as long as it's not permanent, right?
When my son grabs tools and I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
Well, I caught him with a back saw and he was just over there. I was like, damn, boy, you're going to cut a finger off. Go. You'll learn. You won't do it again, I guess.
Have fun. Just don't die.
Yeah, that's right.
Not with that finger in
You can't do it again if you can't hold the saw.
Yeah, well, that's true. So I built part of it. It's got about I don't know, it's probably a couple 100-foot deck, and I floated part of it over the mountain. So it's about 6 feet of floating deck. And when you stand on it, it shakes because it's floating and there's big 6x6s running underneath of it. But he just gets up on that thing and he's like, look, it's a trampoline. Yeah, you're going to go over the edge, jackass. Get off there. It's all fun. I'm trying to raise him a little bit like I was raised, though. Not so like, chained like a lot of kids are nowadays.
Well, I got some I-beams out here in the field I could send you.
Yeah? Well, my wife, what the hell did she call me? It was a couple years ago. Oh, she says, don't be a helicopter parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
Always,
heard that.
because I used to be like that. Now I'm not going to let him cut his arm off or something. But anyway.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win. Thank you for tuning in to the SAB Chronicles, otherwise known as the COVID Chronicles. Hey, we hope you took a lot of great little golden nuggets from this episode. Follow us on social media. Follow us everywhere you can follow us for updates on all of our different series of podcasts to include this one right here. We hope to see you back as soon as possible. And remember, always, you should always want to grow, scale, and win. We'll see you on the next episode.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.